Morning, folks. Thought I'd get out my barbarians before I head down tonight because I wanted to see how many points I have for this Eagle Rampant game. I printed off a hard copy here and I'll put a link in the description below. It's off a hobby blog online. Eagle Rampant, the Gallic Wars. It's an adaptation for Lion Rampant, and this one's more for the sort of early Imperial period, I would say. Well, sorry, late Republican. But what we really needed was some stats for legionaries and warriors. I've actually put in a catapult statistic, and that stands at 6 points in Lion Rampant in this modified version with 4 crew, and you get 1 auto hit or a kill per crewman. And as those crew are picked off, then you get 1 less auto hit. They can't attack in hand-to-hand combat, but I've said that they can initiate a move action on a 6+ and a shoot action for the catapult or the stone throw, you'd say, perhaps, at a 5+. Their courage roll is 5+ for morale and things. Their defense value is 6, so that's what they're hitting back on if they're attacked in hand-to-hand combat. And the actual shooting value is 36 inches, but I've changed that now to 48 inches, and then the scorpion is 36 inches. So those are just a few things that I've changed. So I'm manually jotting that down now. The movement then is 4 inches to move the catapult, and it's a special heavy missile with an armour of 1. So you only need 1 hit per kill when, they're very fragile when you get into close combat. They can't move and shoot, but they can sort of, a scorpion can sort of pivot, and at a -1 to shooting. So yeah, I thought I'd add those into the game, but the guy who's done the statistics originally has done a really good job. He's got noble cavalry in there. There's an option to change your normal warriors into more noble armoured warriors, which I've done here now. Got my Chieftain that I painted up yesterday or the day before. He's merged into the unit, and there's 12 nobles. I'm not sure if I meant to take one away. I'm not sure how it's done in Lion Rampant, but I think it's a bit negligible. I think what it is I take one away and he throws for 1 of the 12 dice, but he brings a special leader characteristic. I think that's what it is. So I need to do that. There's 5 ordinary units of warriors, which you see sort of scattered in war bands around the place. I've brought over some of my Dark Age conversions in this corner, and those will suffice. Got 2 units of skirmishers in the front. I think these are roughly based on the Bidouers from Lion Rampant. And that's about it. I've got 23 points, I think it is, so 1 point short, but I think I'll just leave that slide because I've got James on my side as well, and we're using scenario D from Lion Rampant, which is an ambush type scenario. We're going to be ambushing a legion on the march. I've been jotting down the roster sheets for both sides. So on mine I've just got noble cavalry, as James has some of those, and then warriors and skirmishers. And the warriors have the option to go noble warriors or expert upgrade at 2 points. So this unit in front of you are a 3-point unit of warriors, but upgraded by 2 points to become, well, it's called expert from Lion Rampant, and it just means that their armour goes from 2 to 3 by 1. But that is quite a lot in Lion Rampant, because rather than needing 2 hits per kill, you're needing 3 hits per kill. So it's almost as if they're in cover, just by having armour. Yeah, that's about it. I'd like to tell you how legionaries work in the game. I don't actually have my legionaries anymore. Martin has a massive collection of Roman, well, he's got the works, he's got catapults, cavalry, infantry. I've actually sold that unit of legionaries that I did a while ago, and I got a pretty penny for those, so that's just gone back into the hobby in various places. I'm looking to sell my British and Polish airborne as well, so if any of you are interested, you can get first dibs on the British and Polish paras. I think I've done 2 showcases of them in my sort of YouTube videos, so you can go back and have a look at those if you really fancy them, but if not, they'll be up on eBay, and I can always put a link to my eBay store at some point. So back to the Roman roster sheet. Sorry that it's not prettier, I've just jotted it down so it's practical. We have legionaries at 6 points and 12 models, and some light cavalry because I thought that would be a good way to represent the auxiliaries. Again, the legionaries are actually made by the person who's written the Eagle Rampant, but I've made some modifications by adding catapult, as described before, with 48-inch range. The shoot value, I've just written it down as auto because I think it'll be auto hits, but with those old Warhammer dice which shows where the direction is going, so they could auto hit onto your own guys if, depending on, I think what I'll do is 3d6, and that will depend on where it actually lands, and the direction dice then will say to which direction it will go. And the Scorpion. So yeah, if you do fancy giving those a go. I have given the Scorpion an ability to pivot at 6+ rather than 5+, so it's a bit trickier for him to do, and he sacrifices a point of shoot activation, you know. But normally the catapult and Scorpion cannot move and shoot in a turn, and the range is reduced to 36 inches. The legionaries, I won't go through detail by detail, but have Testudo, which is as you'd expect. They also have Drilled, which gives them +1 armor advantage from attacks to their front, and Peeler. And Peeler is done quite in an interesting way. It's done as a charge reaction, so you kind of, I think the mounted men-at-arms have this. You kind of meet the enemy halfway when they attack you, and it just means you both use your attack values rather than you using a defense value, which is really, usually not great, sorry. So yeah, the legionary is going to be a tough nut to crack, and normally armor 3, but you're looking at armor 4 if they're being attacked from the front, so they're going to cut down warriors. So it's a really simple modification, guys, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good laugh. We've had some really good games with Warhammer Ancient Battles. I think we did 1 game of Hail Caesar, I can't remember now, but Warhammer Ancient Battles was a blast. So we're just trying to bring everything over into this system. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I've got this force now. I'm going to chuck it all in a box and have a good game tonight, hopefully. And yeah, you'll need a copy of Line Rampant. I'd recommend getting Line Rampant anyway. And the Eagle Rampant rules, the Gallic Wars, will be available in the description box. I'll link that to you. Okay, all the best, folks. Ta-da.